Welcome to FedScoop TV. I'm Dan Verton, Editorial Director with FedScoop. We're here at the Adobe Digital Government Assembly, and we're speaking with Mr. Eric Nelson. Eric is the Director of the Office of eDiplomacy at the Department of State. Eric, thanks so much for your time today.
Thanks, Dan. Good to be here.
Great. So tell us a little bit about what you do at the State Department. In particular, interested in finding out if your perspectives on whether or not the government is keeping pace with other efforts in the private sector in terms of its digital transformation.
Well, I lead an office at State Department called eDiplomacy, which is part of the CIO organization, our Bureau of Information Resources Management. And our mission is to promote innovation and promote adoption of technology in diplomacy and development, how we do our business. So we're very interested in promoting new technologies and new approaches. So the move to mobile, the move to cloud are all things that we're very interested in. Also the need to share innovations and ideas across the enterprise is something we're always trying to promote.
And obviously you're a global organization, so I assume cloud solutions are a top priority for the State Department.
Well, yeah, we like everyone, see huge opportunities in the cloud. Getting the right balance for accessibility and security is important. We see the FedRAMP certification process as a key step toward that, and we're looking at how to leverage those resources. I think innovation in department has always been considered we need to build our own tool, and increasingly we're reminding people we can focus on buying a tool or just adopting a tool that's already in use.
Well, that's a great point, because the next thing I wanted to ask you about, which was, how can industry assist you and other government agencies in terms of this transition? I don't even know if it's really a transitional stage now. There's a lot of work already underway and things happening in terms of digital processes and leveraging new capabilities like cloud. So what can the private sector do from your perspective to really help you?
I think one of the important things is that the private sector help us find the secure solutions. At the State Department, we're pushing hard to become a more mobile organization. We've just, in addition to BlackBerry, our employees are now also using iOS devices. We want to expand that even further. Getting secure solutions that let us be mobile is important. It's perhaps a smaller market for the overall mobile market, but that's a critical factor for us. I think that FedRAMP is an important program, that idea that we would want a certification across the government, and that would make it easier for agencies to realize this has been adopted elsewhere and it can easily be adapted for us as well. So that kind of idea that there are shared solutions is important.
So you mentioned a couple of things that really are central to the theme this year of the Adobe Digital Government Assembly, which is efficiency, security. Obviously is a need for the government. But what particular technologies would you say are driving some of your decision making in terms of your investments today?
Well, I think that the demand for mobile, the urge to go to mobile is a big driver. The challenge is much broader than just getting onto more devices. And so the technology, I think, is only one part of the solution. The other part is changing the business practice and changing the culture, getting our employees to think that they need to be mobile and need to be accessing at all times and not just at their desktop.
Right.
So the changes that we have to implement in our IT architecture, in our business practices are even more difficult than just getting the right technology tools.
I've heard that from a lot of other organizations where they want to leverage cloud, they want to leverage mobility, but the existing infrastructure has a lot of work that needs to be done on it before they can take advantage of that. Is that an accurate assessment of where definitely. The government is overall?
Definitely. And I think for us, one of our experiences in my office, the eDiplomacy, we manage an innovation fund for the department. So we get to invest in great ideas from the field. One of those was air quality monitoring in China, which caused a lot of headlines as we started to release the real data of how bad the air quality was there.
Right.
Another was building a new database for how we share trade leads with American industry. Overseas, our commercial and economic officers are always looking for economic opportunities for U.S. firms. And how we get that back to the people who need it is a challenge. And what we've done is we took an idea from the Economic Bureau and helped them build out a new way to map that, geographical information systems, and get that direct onto the internet, open data, and help firms think, oh, gee, there's a tender offer coming up in this part of Africa. There's a need for computers. There's a need for the Ministry of Education. There's an airport waiting to be built somewhere. Yeah. Are we in the game? We're trying to help that. And part of that is opening the data. So that's something that we've been promoting as well.
And I assume that brings up another good point, which is, on the infrastructure side, it's not just fixing the infrastructure to make it support cloud and mobile, but readying the data, I would assume, is another major lift.
Well, and focusing on the data. That the State Department is in the information business. We're building and sharing information to the public with each other. Getting that sharing to work is important. So we do that by promoting, we sponsor a wiki for the department that's internal. We now are up to 20,000 articles, getting people to share their ideas and share their knowledge with each other. And we're looking at now how to get them to share some of their tech ideas with each other. Mobile is a big driver. A lot of our embassies and consulates want to leverage mobile solutions. We've already helped 2 embassies build an app for visa applicants. Well, we don't need more. We now need to kind of converge on one visa application app that's going to serve everybody. Right. Getting people together is an interesting challenge, and we're looking at GitHub and other collaboration platforms to encourage that.
So here's just before I let you go, diplomats are probably a lot older than most organizations for obvious reasons. They need to be more experienced and more measured in their analyses and interactions. So is it a challenge to get an older part of the workforce to move to these new technologies? Is that part of the issues you're facing, to get them to understand the capabilities that you might be able to put into their hands?
I think that it is partly generational. I think it's experiential. That our newer hires are much more used to sharing and working across silos. So, but the Secretary and Deputy Secretary Higginbottom are both promoting a better information sharing. And it's very interesting when I hear that Secretary Kerry engaging employees in the department, and people put questions to him of what's a better solution for this or that crisis. He always turns it back to people and says, well, what do you think? So clearly he's open to those ideas, just like the President has challenged us all to think about how do you make data available to the public? How do you go to the public for ideas? And so by helping the department open data, we're doing that. We also do that by my office sponsors a virtual fellows program and a virtual intern program, so that we can create projects and take on part-time interns who never have to leave their campus, or fellows who don't have to leave Silicon Valley, who would be interested in helping the State Department solve some of our thornier problems.
So you'll really be in business when those millennials become ambassadors and frontline State Department employees all over the world.
Well, we love the influence of their new ideas, yeah.
Great. Eric Nelson, Director of Office of eDiplomacy at the State Department, thanks so much for being here today.
Thank you very much.
I'm Dan Verton. This is FedScoop TV. Thanks very much.